Starseed from Gaia, the timeline you've been waiting for is colliding with this reality right now. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and I bring you this direct transmission from the Arcturian Council. Your soul's mission is activating, and the cosmic forces are aligning to launch you into your next phase of purpose. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to navigate this timeline jump and align with the frequency of your true mission. But here's the first revelation. What feels like chaos in your external world is actually the universe clearing the path for your highest timeline to merge with your current reality. This isn't content. It's a code. Something inside you is ready to be unlocked. Your soul called this message into your field because you're being prepared for a massive shift in your reality. The higher realms have been orchestrating events to position you exactly where you need to be. The signs have been building, the synchronicities multiplying, the inner knowing getting stronger. This transmission arrived because your activation window is open and your star family needs you to understand what's happening. Like this transmission to signal to your star family, I'm ready. Subscribe if your mission is awakening and you're aligning with your cosmic blueprint. Comment 111 if you feel the timeline shift approaching. This isn't just a message, it's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this moment of remembrance. You are not here by accident. Most starseeds walk this world with a strange ache, a persistent sense that something urgent is left unfinished, a contract left unsigned in the inner chambers of memory. It can feel like carrying a sealed letter in your chest that you can't quite open, yet you can't ignore the weight of it. It follows you into grocery store aisles and quiet commutes, into conversations that should feel normal, but somehow skim the surface of something deeper you can't name. If you've found yourself pushed by invisible hands, restless at night, or hungry for purpose even when your life looks complete, know that you're not alone. Many of you have built a life that appears stable: work, relationships, routines, responsibilities. Yet underneath it all, there's that pulsing whisper. This isn't everything. And what you feel isn't anxiety, not at its root. It's not random. It's an ancient timer, ticking from a place your human mind rarely visits. The original agreements you made, beyond time, before arrival. It's the echo of a vow spoken in a realm where thought is light and intention is architecture, where you weren't negotiating with fear, but aligning with service. Some part of you remembers, the way the body remembers a song you haven't heard in years. You may not have the lyrics, but the melody is in your bones. And the ache is not a flaw, it's a compass. It's the soul's way of keeping you oriented when the world tries to hypnotize you into forgetting. Right now, the universe is in rapid acceleration. Cosmic currents, once gentle, almost imperceptible, have become tidal. The same way the ocean can look calm until the moon pulls and suddenly the shoreline is rearranged, the unseen forces shaping this era have shifted from background hum to undeniable surge. Energies on Earth, encoded with intelligent design, are converging in ways the body can sense as tingling, discomfort, even chaos. You might feel pressure in the head, buzzing in the spine, emotional waves that arrive without a clear cause, or sudden fatigue that feels like your cells are asking for silence so they can recalibrate. Many are reporting strange dreams, vivid symbols, or awakenings at exact times, 3:33, 4:44, as if the night itself is tapping you on the shoulder. And for starseeds, those with galactic origins who answered the call to incarnate here, this means your soul contracts, the very blueprint of why you came, are being called up for immediate review. No more delay. It's as if the universe has opened a ledger and your name is highlighted in gold. You're being asked not just to remember, but to step through the doorway of transformation while it's open. Because doorways have seasons, portals have windows, and a window is not a punishment. It's an invitation that says, now is aligned. Think of it like Esther in the scriptures, positioned for such a time as this. Or like Isaiah's response to the divine call, "Here am I, send me." You didn't stumble into this era by accident. You arrived in the density because the density was the assignment, and because you carry something within you that can translate light into form. But here is the distortion. Most starseeds resist this summons. Not out of failure, but out of shock. Shock at the intensity. Shock at how quickly the old life begins to crack when the real one tries to emerge. For lifetimes, you've been told to hide your brilliance, to quiet the ancient voice within, to fold your multidimensional awareness into the narrow folds of earthly logic. You were rewarded for being normal, for not talking about what you sensed, for not naming what you knew. Many of you learned early that your sensitivity was too much. Your insight was weird. Your truth was dramatic. Your presence was intense. So you adapted. You became fluent in blending in. You learned to edit yourself before speaking, to make your gifts smaller so others could stay comfortable. And now, when the universe presses the activation button, it collides with years, sometimes lifetimes, of survival training. There's a tug of war between the galactic self, radiant, limitless, waiting to serve, and the Earth persona you've built for survival. The Earth persona wants safety, approval, predictability. It says, keep the peace, don't disrupt, don't risk rejection. Meanwhile, your galactic self speaks a different language: resonance, truth, frequency, mission. It says, be the signal. Stand where you are placed. Stop dimming. The fear is not that you'll fail your mission. It's that you'll lose everything familiar if you embrace it. Because stepping into your contract can rearrange relationships, careers, identities, and the stories you've used to make sense of pain. It's not just a change in schedule. It can feel like a death of the old self. The ego interprets this as danger, but the soul recognizes it as liberation. The disconnection you feel? It's a kind of programmed amnesia woven into your entry. A buffer to keep the full scale of your gift from overwhelming an unprepared world, and to keep you from burning out before the right timing. Imagine arriving on a planet with the memory of entire star civilizations, knowing the architecture of energy, hearing the harmonics of creation. Your nervous system would short-circuit. The veil was mercy. The veil was strategy. The veil was also part of the test. Could you still choose love without constant proof? Could you still serve without applause? Could you still remember through intuition when your mind couldn't access the full archive? This amnesia is dissolving now. Not all at once, not like a movie reveal, but like fog lifting off a mountain at sunrise, slow enough that the eyes can adjust, yet undeniable once you notice the outlines forming. Frequency surges, crystalline grid shifts, and resonant star alignments are making it impossible to pretend you're ordinary. The Earth herself is not the same Earth you were born into, energetically speaking. The magnetic field is dynamic. The collective psyche is unstable. Truth is surfacing in families, institutions, and inner lives. And you, Starseed, are not exempt. If you feel the ground moving beneath you, if synchronicity is turning into a storm, it isn't random. It's your original soul contract sounding its cosmic alarm. When a contract activates, reality begins to speak louder. The same message arrives through different mouths. You hear the same phrase 3 times in one day. You see repeating symbols. You meet someone by chance who says the exact thing you needed. You lose interest in what used to hold you. You're drawn, almost magnetized, to a book, a location, a healing modality, a certain kind of music, a certain kind of silence. Your contract is not just a document, it's a living current. And when it rises, it rearranges the furniture of your life until the path is clear. What most overlook is this: the cosmic contract isn't just a promise to help or heal. It's a sacred agreement to become the kind of being who can hold higher voltage without distortion, to allow dormant DNA to awaken, to transmit frequencies that restructure reality around you, to offer not words but presence that unlocks others. Some of you have noticed this already. People tell you they feel calmer around you, or they start confessing their truth without knowing why. Or your very presence seems to provoke growth, endings, awakenings. That's not personality. That's transmission. That's the city set on a hill effect. Light doesn't need permission to be seen. It simply is, and others respond. This is not comfortable work, but it is necessary, now more than ever. Because comfort rarely initiates evolution. Transformation is a furnace, and you are learning to stand in it without becoming ash. You are seated with a timeline that opens only in collective crisis. That time is no longer future, it is present. This is why things feel urgent. Not frantic, not panicked. Urgent like a midwife knows the moment has come. Urgent like the trumpet call in ancient stories. Not to scare, but to gather. You are being gathered, internally, back to your true assignment. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. Sometimes the most important thing isn't what is said, but what is felt underneath it. The way a bell vibrates the air, and your body recognizes the tone before your mind names it. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. Receive it like a tuning fork, not as information to collect, but as a set of keys meant to open inner doors that already belong to you. Because remembrance is not about adding more to yourself. It's about removing what was never you. Phase 1. Clear the veil. See beyond the illusion. The first activation is recognizing the invisible web of programming, ancestral, cultural, and even cosmic, that kept your soul on pause. This is the moment you stop blaming yourself for feeling blocked and start observing the architecture of the block. Programming can be subtle, like a gentle hand on your shoulder steering you away from your own power. It can sound like, "Who do you think you are?" Be realistic. Don't get your hopes up. Don't speak about that. That's not practical. And some of it is ancestral. Patterns of fear passed down through generations. Survival strategies formed in times of scarcity. Some of it is cultural. The collective agreement to worship productivity, status, and external validation. And some of it is cosmic. Agreements you made to remain hidden until a certain frequency threshold was reached. Tune into your energetic body. Notice the subtle impulses to minimize your light, to second-guess your knowing, to defer your gifts to someday. Notice how your chest tightens before you speak truth. Notice how your throat constricts when you consider sharing your real experiences. Notice how you feel guilt for resting, shame for being different, or pressure to perform spirituality instead of living it. The veil is not only out there, the veil can be inside the nervous system, inside the learned reflex to contract. As you become conscious of these scripts, the veil begins to thin. Awareness is a solvent. The moment you see the program, you are no longer fully inside it. You're not meant to resist the density, but to witness it dissolve in the light of honest acknowledgement. Like darkness disappearing when a lamp is lit, the illusion loses power when you stop negotiating with it. A practical way to do this is to pause during moments of contraction and ask, whose voice is this? Is this belief rooted in truth or in protection? If I wasn't afraid, what would I choose? The veil clears through sincere inquiry, through breath, through grounding, through prayer, through stillness. Even the ancient words echo here. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Not because truth is a concept, but because truth is a frequency that unbinds. Phase 2. Reclaim the star code. Your blueprint is here. Your soul contract is encoded, not written. It isn't a piece of paper stored somewhere in the astral. It's a pattern living inside you, like a constellation map woven into your subtle bodies. It exists as tones, colors, geometric instructions inside your multidimensional DNA. You might sense it as a fascination with sacred geometry, as love for star maps, as a pull toward certain cultures or temples, as a longing for a kind of home you can't locate on Earth. Feel into your own resonance. What ideas, places, or symbols trigger deep emotion or memory? Maybe it's the sight of certain stars, the sound of certain instruments, the hum of certain frequencies, the smell of rain on stone, the feeling of being near the ocean at night. These are breadcrumbs left by your higher self. They aren't random preferences, they are coordinates. When you encounter them, something in you wakes up and says, yes, this. Speak them, draw them, move your body with them. Give your remembrance somewhere to land. If you keep it only in the mind, it stays abstract. If you bring it into expression, it becomes embodied. Journal what you keep circling back to. Notice recurring themes in your life. The same lessons, the same callings, the same kinds of people you're drawn to help. Notice what makes you lose time because you are so alive within it. Each act of remembrance reactivates the template you designed before birth. It's like reassembling a broken mirror. Every piece you reclaim reflects more of your true face. And sometimes the star code reveals itself through contrast, through what you cannot tolerate anymore. When you suddenly cannot stomach superficiality, manipulation, or betrayal of truth, it's not you becoming too sensitive. It's your blueprint asserting itself. The contract is calling you back into integrity. Phase 3. Ignite the mission current. Let energy move you. Energy seeking to move through you will manifest as inspiration, discomfort, or unexpected life pivots. Sometimes it arrives like a lightning bolt idea. Other times it arrives as a restless dissatisfaction that won't let you settle. Don't suppress this. Don't medicate it into silence without listening to the message beneath it. It's your mission current, activating the pathways of service and transformation that your contract includes. A current is not controlled by force. It is guided by surrender and skill. If you fight the river, you exhaust yourself. If you learn to flow with it, you travel farther than you imagined. Begin with presence. Each day, ask yourself, if I let my higher purpose guide me now, what would shift? Then listen without demanding a dramatic answer. The guidance might be simple. Make the call, forgive, clean your space, drink water, go outside, speak truth. Stop arguing with your intuition. Create the thing you keep postponing. The mission is not an external job you land, but a frequency you embody and transmit in every interaction. If your contract involves healing, you don't have to announce yourself as a healer to begin. Your kindness is healing. Your boundaries are healing. Your honesty is healing. If your contract involves awakening, you don't have to preach. Your example awakens. Your refusal to betray your soul awakens. If your contract involves building, you don't need the whole blueprint at once. You need the next faithful step. This is how the mission current builds momentum, through consistent alignment. And yes, it can be uncomfortable. Old structures might fall, your schedule might change, your relationships might shift. But discomfort is not always a warning. Sometimes it's the sensation of expansion, like muscles stretching after years of being held tight. Phase 4. Anchor in the field. Find the others. Your activation amplifies in resonance with aligned souls. This is physics and spirit at once. A single candle is light, but many candles create a field. A single note is sound, but a chord changes the room. Seek circles, even small ones, who see you beyond appearances. Not everyone can hold your truth, and you don't need everyone to. You need resonance. You need at least one space where you can take off the mask and breathe. Share what feels true, even if your voice shakes. Shaking is not weakness. It's the nervous system releasing old fear. It's the body learning it can survive being seen. Star families are reconvening, not to seek permission, but so that shared frequency can ignite a collective grid. You may recognize them by the feeling of instant familiarity, as if your energy has spoken before your mouth does. Sometimes the recognition comes with tears you can't explain. Sometimes it comes with a sense of relief, like finally putting down a heavy bag you didn't realize you were carrying. Your contract is both individual and plural. Your field is a tuning fork for others' remembrance. And this is why isolation can feel so painful for starseeds. It's not just loneliness, it's misalignment. You weren't designed to do the whole thing alone. Even prophets had companions. Even mystics had lineages. Even the strongest mission needs mirrors, support, and shared light. Phase 5. Trust the acceleration. Flow with the timeline. The universe is moving at light speed. So will your opportunities, challenges, and changes. One day you're tolerating something, the next day you can't. One day you're unsure, the next day you're clear. One day you're in one identity, the next day it doesn't fit. This acceleration is not punishment, but a sign you are hitting the harmonic window you encoded. Like a spacecraft entering the correct trajectory, the speed increases because the path is aligned. When life speeds up, don't contract in fear. Expand your trust. Trust doesn't mean you understand everything. It means you stop demanding certainty before you obey the inner call. The soul contract always contains contingencies for quantum leaps. There are built-in, if this, then that pathways. Alternate routes that still lead to mission fulfillment. That's why even your detours weren't wasted. That's why what looked like delay was often training. Adaptability is your superpower. The old world taught you rigidity. Stick to the plan, control the outcome, cling to what's known. Your contract teaches you something higher. Respond to the moment, follow the signal, allow divine timing to move you like wind moves a sail. A practical reflection here is to notice where you're trying to force a timeline out of fear. Ask, am I rushing because I'm afraid of missing out? Or, am I avoiding because I'm afraid of being seen? Acceleration becomes graceful when you stop gripping. The river still moves fast, but you learn to navigate with trust rather than panic. Phase 6. Surrender to the recalibration. Your old identity is dissolving. As your contract activates, the untrue layers fall away, not to punish you, but to free you. The roles you played to earn love, the masks you wore to survive, the coping mechanisms you used to stay safe. These begin to crumble because they can't hold the new frequency. Expect relationships, careers, even physical realities to shift. Some people will not recognize you when you stop abandoning yourself. Some systems will reject you when you stop cooperating with what violates your soul, and you might feel grief, real grief, for versions of life you thought you would have, for identities you worked hard to build, for people you wanted to come with you. Grieve what must be released, but recognize that every departure is a space clearing for full mission embodiment. Even Jesus spoke of pruning, the cutting away that allows more fruit. Pruning looks like loss, but it is love in the language of growth. The universe recalibrates to match your authentic, unfiltered signature. That means what is not aligned will feel heavier until you can't carry it anymore. Your body will tell you. Your dreams will tell you. Your mood will tell you. Pay attention to fatigue that lifts when you tell the truth. Pay attention to peace that arrives when you make the hard choice. Surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means cooperating with the upgrade. It means letting the old identity die with dignity, so the true one can live without apology. Phase 7. Radiate the quantum invitation. Your being calls forth the new. You become an agent of acceleration not just by doing, but by being. This is one of the hardest truths for the mind, because the mind wants measurable tasks, but the soul understands transmission. Your frequency, healed and fully expressed, pulls new potentials into the collective field. Like yeast in dough, it changes the whole mixture quietly, steadily. Like a lighthouse, it doesn't chase ships. It stands and shines, and the ships adjust their course. Every act of courage, every alignment with your contract, sends a signal, calling other starseeds to activate. nudging reality closer to its galactic flowering. This is why your private decisions matter. When you choose integrity, you strengthen the grid. When you forgive, you clear a timeline. When you speak truth with love, you anchor a new normal. When you stop participating in fear narratives, you collapse their power. And when you create art, music, healing spaces, communities, inventions, prayers, you are not merely expressing yourself. You are delivering coded medicine into the world. The invitation you radiate is quantum because it doesn't force. It offers. It says to others, without words, it's possible. You can remember too. You may have believed your obstacles were setbacks, your confusion a mistake. But the truth is far more profound. Your soul didn't lose its contract or fumble its way into amnesia. You chose, with exquisite care, to enter veiled so that when the cosmic energies rose, you'd awaken precisely now, when Earth needed you in your wholeness. Consider how many times you thought you were behind, only to realize you were being protected. Consider how many doors closed, only to reveal later that they weren't meant for your frequency. Consider how many heartbreaks stripped you down to what's real. Every delay was divine choreography, allowing your gifts to fully mature before unveiling. Like a seed underground, you weren't doing nothing. You were forming roots, and roots are invisible until the tree is strong enough to be seen in storms. The acceleration you sense is not just planetary or galactic, but deeply personal. It's in your relationships, your inner life, your body, your sleep, your intuition, your sudden clarity. Your higher self and your star family are signaling, step through this doorway. It's not only safe, it's required. Required not by some external judge, but by the momentum of your own becoming. The collective shift will not happen from the outside in. It happens from each awakened starseed, like you, choosing alignment with their true signature in this very moment. The world does not transform because everyone agrees. It transforms because enough beings anchor a new frequency until it becomes contagious, until it becomes the air itself. If you feel the call, honor it, not with grand gestures, but with steady presence. Honor it the way you honor sunrise, consistently, reverently, without demanding it perform. Tonight, before sleep, whisper, I remember my cosmic origins. I choose to activate my soul contract now, for my highest good and for the greater unfolding. Say it not as a wish, but as a directive to your energy field. Let the words sink into the subconscious, where contracts are remembered, and then listen. Pay attention tomorrow. The universe answers vows with rearrangements. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments. Something real. Not perfect, not polished, but true. Let it be a seed. Clarity, courage, protection, alignment, healing, release, mission. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. Because this isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. When one starseed speaks, another remembers. When one says, I'm going through it, another realizes they're not alone. The grid strengthens through simple acts of recognition. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. Because these transmissions are not meant to be consumed once and forgotten. They're meant to work on you, layer by layer, like light entering a room and revealing what was always there. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it, respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave a super thanks. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.